one. But how will all this overnight cues impact the Indian markets? We have a research team joining in with us to set you up for the trade in terms of trade setup. What are the stocks to watch out for, as well as the FNOQs? Good morning, Hormaz, as well as Sudarshan. And Hormaz, let me start with you. How are we looking at in terms of market cues? What is the trade setup looking like for today?
Trade setup comes up with some bit of hope for the bulls, and it came out in yesterday's session as well. Although it was the 7th straight day of losses for the Nifty, although the index closed below the 200-day moving average as well, but it has closed off the lows of the day, and that was the big takeaway. And despite the sell-off, the bulls managed to hold on to some bit of lower levels around the 23,350 mark. Then it was a tug of war, right? It was the Nifty Bank that was supporting the index from any further downside, but the IT index was pulling the index lower. And if you pull out the contributors chart as well, you would see stocks like HDFC Bank, SBI batting for the bulls, but Infosys, TCS, Reliance Industries, all of them contributing to the downside. But then most of them recovered from the lows of the day, and that contributed to that 100-point recovery that the Nifty had towards the close of the session. So what next now for the index? Of course, a close above the 200 DMA is essential to instill further confidence in the bulls, and 23,350 on the downside, which is yesterday's low, will be a key level to watch out for. For the Nifty Bank as well, it was HDFC Bank that ensured that the 50,000 level is protected on the downside in yesterday's trading session. So that remains a key to watch out for. But of course, we are heading into a midweek holiday. It is the polling that takes place in Maharashtra tomorrow, so we'll watch out for trading volumes might remain thin today. We'll watch out for any potential moves in metal names that were another key contributors to the upside in yesterday's session. Let's see if there is any further selling pressure in Honasa Consumer. That was a 20% circuit yesterday, and the city gas players as well that were trading lower in yesterday's trading session. Of course, the action is now again become stock specific now that the earnings season is over, and of course the important thing to watch out for is any further recovery, whether it gets sold into or not, and the template remains a sell on rise for the market. But for now, the Wall Street handover is fairly positive, and the GIFT Nifty too is indicating a positive start for our own markets.
Okay, GIFT Nifty is indicating a positive start for our own markets, but which are the important stocks that we are keeping on our radar today? GMR Airports, that's the one we're watching out for. We have a business update coming in for the month of October. The October passenger traffic has gone up by 9% on a year-on-year basis, month-on-month basis. Also, there is an increase of 5%. Domestic passenger traffic up 9.2%, international passenger traffic up 9.2% as well, and air traffic movement is also up almost 9%. This is all that we're comparing on a year-on-year basis. Moving on, Shilpa Medicare, its arm Shilpa Pharma Life Sciences has gotten a certificate of suitability from the European Drug Authority, and this is for an API that is called octreoid, and this is used for the treatment of increasing the treatment of high level of growth hormones caused by some particular concerns. So yes, on the back of that, Shilpa Medicare could be in focus. ITI, they bagged a contract worth around 95 crores for mining digital transformation and surveillance systems in Uttarakhand, so keep an eye on that. Where PG Electroplast, that's in focus. Its arm has signed a definitive agreement with Spiro Mobility for manufacturing EVs for Spiro India, so keep an eye on that one. MedPlus Health is in focus after there was a big block deal that took place yesterday. Now we have the seller PI Opportunities, that's Premji Invest Fund, that has actually sold 5.77% stake in the company, and they've completely exited. And other than that, we have SBI Mutual Fund also that has sold some part of their stake, 0.84%. So keep an eye out on MedPlus Health today as well. We also have AstraZeneca Pharma, that's in focus. They've received an approval from the DCGI, and this is for an inhalation preparation drug. This they're planning to launch in 2025. So keep an eye out on all these stocks today. But let's move on and finally get in what are the cues in the world of FNO. How is that going to be shaping up today? Sudarshan is going to take us through all those details. Sudarshan, good morning.
Good morning, Vinny. So first thing first, Sensex and Nifty have closed lower on Monday for 7th straight day, and it's the longest losing streak that we have seen almost in 2 years, that is since February of 2023. But if you look at the last 7 days move, a similar kind of pattern has been found. First, opening with minor gains, then going into the red, then again make intraday recovery, and at the end closing in the red. For today, GIFT Nifty is indicating a start with minor gains. As far as flows are concerned, FIs continue to sell. Yesterday, we saw FIs selling more than rupees 1,400 crore, but in a single day, it's the lowest sell figure that we have seen if you exclude Diwali days of 2 days, Dhanteras and the Muhurat trading day. In the last 35 days, FI have sold more than rupees 1.5 lakh crore. In the index futures, though, FIs have bought more than rupees 350 crore. At the same time, they've added long contracts of more than almost 5,000 and also added short contracts of more than 1,300. With this, long exposure by FIs now stand at 24%, and on the client side, long exposure has increased to 68.5%. On the option front, 23,500 call has seen addition of almost 36 lakh shares, 23,700 call has seen addition of more than 32 lakh shares. And on the put side, 23,400 put has seen addition of more than 23 lakh shares, and 23,300 put has seen addition of more than 18 lakh shares. Important levels for Nifty, support is now seen somewhere around 23,360 to 23,400, and resistance is now at 23,550. Lastly, stocks that might be in focus, keep an eye on city gas companies. We'll have to see if they see follow-on selling.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that. But